Today I'm going to show you how I like to take a single hand rod and convert it to a two-handed Micro Spey rod for using with OPST commando heads or your Rio single hand spey line that you could use with two hands or one hand. You know, if you want to grip the whole thing like this, then you can cut 5 or 6 inches off. Since I hold them like this, I just need a few inches, like 3 or 4. So you measure out 4 inches, hacksaw it off, then you get a old rod that's broke, or take this one that you got at the Goodwill for a few bucks, or at a used garage sale, whatever, and insert a broken end or whatever. Cut it off with your hacksaw, insert it through the lower grip and into the butt that we are burning the house down with in the next room. All right, this is how I'm heating the butt cap so I can pop it off and put another grip on the bottom. I have a candle. It's on the butt cap, and I'm going to heat it and then pop it off of there. See, I got this like that. It's starting to come off. Really hope you can see this. Okay, I've removed the butt cap. I'm going to take my Dremel tool and I'm going to drill. See that graphite blank, the bottom of it is full of glue and stuff, so I'm going to drill it out. Always wear safety glasses. Drill out this, make sure there's no glue in this. The butt of this blank goes all the way out into this handle there. Now I've got a hollow hole, and I'm going to insert, ideally you'd want a tapered piece of fly rod to go through this and into here and fit snugly in here. I'm just going to fit a small end in here and a bigger end in here, and then I'm going to just glue the tar out of it with Gorilla Glue, probably, because Gorilla Glue, it's not the best, but what you do is you get a little moisture. Gorilla Glue kind of needs moisture to work right. You get moisture down in here, and then you get a little moisture, just a little dampness, and then you put a whole bunch of Gorilla Glue on your rod section that you're gonna go like this with. You Gorilla Glue it really a lot with dampness in there, and then you tape it together, keep it in a place where it's going to be snug fit together, and that Gorilla Glue will expand and get really hard. That's why you don't use it for your upper grip. But it'll expand, it'll get really hard. It does hold like a gorilla, and all that expansion will fill up any places that I got a little sloppy on, and it should work just fine. So anyway, you want to get your deal narrowed down just to how you want it. This is the best way to do that. Well, it's not the best. It's obviously not the best. It's probably the worst. But it beats doing it by hand. And you get this in so there's a nice little flare. You know, I like a little ball here so I can hang on to it. And you get it about the diameter so the diameters match up. Like, yay. Yeah, that doesn't match up, but I might use it anyway. I'll narrow this down a tad. Doesn't really matter. Basically, you just want a drill bit that you can rig up in here and get it in this hole to fit tight. And then you can shape this cork a little if you want. So anyway, that's not the best way to do it. It's kind of the quick and dirty way, but it'll work. So now this is shaped up a little bit nicer, kind of matches a little bit better. It's gonna be like something like that right there. Just big enough for a lower grip. But the grip's not so big and bulky that I can't use this for a one-hander, which is ideally what I want to do. So here's what I found. There's a base of a blank inside here because I just cut it off. But I found this little guy off another rod I broke, and it will fit just right down in here. Really good. So I'm going to cover this. Dampen it down here, put a little Gorilla Glue on here. I'll mash this down into here. Okay, it's a really tight fit. And since that Gorilla Glue is going to fill up all this in here and it'll be a really tight, sturdy fit, as long as it goes up to here or a little further, that's going to be plenty for a little. You know, it's supposed to be a 3-weight rod or something, so it's not going to really, you know, it's not like a big long spey rod. It's just gonna take a little bit of pull and pressure. So I'm not worried about it not working. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to take off about this much with my hacksaw here. Probably go like this.
Hacksaw this baby off. And believe me, these suckers are pretty stout. They're as easy as they are to break. Okay.
Break that baby off. I might sand this paint off this graphite a little bit so it fits a little better. And it's a good idea to scratch it up a little bit so the glue sticks to the better.
Theoretically, don't know.
So basically, that's going to slide up in there and go in that far. And I'm going to be shoving so much glue and stuff in there that it's probably going to be just fine. Oh yeah, she's sliding up there. Okay. You don't want to force too much when you're messing with these things. But anyway, there it is right there. I'm just going to glue the fire out of it. And then I'll have me a nice little single-hander, 10-footer with a 3.5, 4-inch lower grip, because I have found that I can get a little more power with the bottom hand as opposed to hauling. Hauling works real good, but for ultimate power with big tips and flies for a little rod like that, I do a little better with 2 hands. Okay. All right, I just put Gorilla Glue on everything, stuffed it in there, and you can see it's starting to expand. I'm gonna tape the butt section up to this section so it dries tight. Leave it overnight. And then I'll have my 2-hander.